All right, man, we back in full effect. We live once again. A little nighttime vibe. Well, the only reason why it's nighttime vibe, you know, a cut got tired, did some early morning labor. Then I gotta do the same early morning labor tomorrow. And then I'm gonna be tired then again. Most likely probably won't go to sleep. But anyways, that, that's a little side. That's a little side shit. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of the APF podcast, episode 73. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach.
And it's your boy going forward. Hope you guys enjoying your night. Maybe watching some basketball and enjoy the podcast.
And it's gonna be like a little like a little some sweet, so a little rouse dazzle. Let's go with the. What do you think about NBA 2K21?
What's my thoughts?
Yeah, what do you from what you see? Because obviously we can't
Well,
play
I
this.
think the biggest because I was reading a little bit. Um, I'm a part of the people that is looking at the shooting mechanics, right? Like the biggest thing is people are having um problems with the shot aiming, basically, the new way you are shooting. And it doesn't seem to really be a problem. I don't know how many of the YouTubers we watch.
I've seen Cash and LSK and Chris
Yeah,
Wu.
and my thing is, how many of them are using the stick? Because if they're not
Uh,
using the stick, and
LSK he used a stick, but at first he used a stick, but then he wasn't feeling it, so he went back to using just doing square. So that must mean that the stick to him was not he wasn't feeling it. Something was not right with how he was using the stick. So he's like, okay, I'm just going to go back to using the square.
yeah, so I'm seeing that it's not really an issue. I mean, all you have to do is, get it within that little spot for the best possible shot, and if you get it probably in the middle of that, it's gonna do green. It seems like a lot of people are making shots at this point right now, um, and I think it's a pretty good mechanic. It doesn't seem like it's an issue. I see Chris Move is still greening. I
Bro,
saw,
he's like, if you got a new video, he got seven. He said he had seven splashes. I'm like, bro,
yeah, so he seems to have gotten in it pretty good. Um, now, it seems to be pretty good for them. I don't know how my team's going to be yet. I'm sure because nobody's can play it yet. Probably now. I think games are released now. But the shot looks good. The I don't know about the dribbling, but I know Hoodie Sean, who to me is probably the best dribbler that I've watched. Clearly, he says he's not really good with the dribbling at this point, but he'll probably get better. So the dribbling seems to be a little bit different, and um, you
as if it
know,
hasn't been different with previous 2K games.
yeah,
Because 2K18, I was like a dribble god. I play this game, play 2K20, bro. I feel like I can't. I mean, I've only played my team, so I get and people got crazy badges, but then that doesn't deter the fact that if they had no badges, I couldn't dribble like that or nothing. So it's like you needed badges in that game to do anything. If you don't have badges, then it's gonna be hard for you to do anything in that game.
yeah. 2K21 seems to really put an emphasis on badges, put emphasis on ratings. If you don't have like a 70, I heard you can't really make threes consistently. At least at the beginning of your micro, I can't say that about regular play. But I think it's a good thing. I know people are complaining about it. They're just obsessed with trying to get a green release. You're always trying to go for a green release. Well, green release is harder, like Mike Wing said. It's not going to be easy to make green anymore. Um,
Yeah, because I was like, I seen it. They always go in that little spot. I was like, at first, I was like, how the what was? I was trying to figure what the hell's going on. I see that little flash every time you get into that spot. Is there's a flash going on, but then I realized I was like, okay, that must mean they're in there. They isn't in the green release. But then I seen like a couple people get like a few green release, like barely any green releases. It's like you said, it's gonna be harder to get green releases now than it was before.
Yeah, look, and also if you wanted to go back, you can just put back shot timing for somebody who does enjoy the shot aiming. So they're giving you options. I know people are complaining, but you do have an option to do. I now the big impression at this point is probably gameplay. And so from what I see, gameplay seems okay. I think it's just what 2K always is. The big change they did probably was the shot aiming thing, maybe a little bit change with dribbling. But in and all, I think it's probably just your average 2K game that it's going to be good, enjoyable. And look, if you can't get great with shot aiming, and you want to use something else, just use what you used last year and watch when you play somebody who's good with shot aiming beat you, you're gonna get mad. So that it is what it is.
So, mm, so now the next one is the awards, and we got let's see. The first one is the rookie of the year. John Morant, Kendrick Nunn, Zion Williamson. John Morant completely blew everybody out the water, and as I would already known, dominated that award because he was the best rookie that year. You can't tell me he wasn't. Yes, Zion had averaged more points, but he played less games. So the fact that he was even a rookie of the year finalist, I mean, I would say I'm surprised, but then I'm not because I don't know how you get to be a finalist. But I wasn't surprised that he was anyway because he was so
Uh,
hyped up coming into the league.
yeah, I mean he was gonna be a finalist pretty much. Who else do we really know had a great rookie season? Yes, Tyler Hero had a good rookie season, but he wasn't a starter like some of these the three other guys. He was off the bench. Um, who else this year? uh was big. It's just oh, like Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett.
I mean,
I mean,
those two, they wasn't even there. We knew they was there, but they wasn't there.
that's what I'm saying. They really had this year they had a really hard time trying, I think, to find three guys, and so they just kind of put Zion there because yes, Zion did do was pretty good in the 20 games he played. But I mean, John Morant should have been unanimous. He should have gotten 100 first place votes out of 100 first place votes. There was really no reason for anybody else to get some first place votes at all. So I was very surprised that I think Kendrick Nunn got one. I want to say he got the one, um, but I'm not sure. But it really should have been John Morant. He got his team to within the game of making the playoffs this year. Um, because look, he was the guy for that team. Zion, like we said,
Oh,
missed a bunch
oh
of
no,
games.
Zion got the. So it's I got it right here. John Morant received 99 first place votes from a global panel of 100 sports writers and broadcasters and earned 498 points. Kendrick Nunn finished in second place with 204 points. And Zion Williamson received the one first place vote and finished in third with 140. And
Yeah,
so how it went was players were awarded 5 points for each first place vote, 3 points for each second place vote, and 1 point for each third place vote.
you
So
know,
that's how they
while we're
did it.
talking, yeah, while we're talking about awards, they better be careful, man, because by Sunday, Giannis could be out and the MVP could be at home getting his award. I'm just saying. But
I
let's talk
mean,
about that. It,
the way he's looking, the way he's looking. Because I be posting on my IG story all the time throughout these whole playoffs with all games. I do it every single game, and every time the score pop up, I'm like, okay, let me do a little short sentence about about the game based on what I've seen. It's looking bad for the Bucks. It's looking bad. It's not
Yeah,
looking good.
it is.
It's not looking good for the Bucks. Giannis only dropped 21 points. That's not enough, and I need to see who else. And funny thing is, he was the defensive player of the year. And on that topic, um, he he only beat Anthony Davis in points, but Anthony Davis beat him in steals and blocks. He beat Anthony Davis in points and rebounds, but not steals and blocks, which is defensive, which is what you would count as defense. So I don't know how that even works. But I think Anthony Davis should have got that award because he played more he averaged more defensive stats than him, but Giannis somehow got somehow got the award. Now for me, I think it should be AD because obviously he played better. He played more defense. He got more steals and blocks. Now I don't know how they do a defense. I don't know how they do the defensive side of the statistics of what you do when you guard somebody, when you block somebody, when you steal all these little shit. But what I think it should be AD. I want AD to win it because he had better stats than him defensively. Giannis didn't beat him in not one, but he only beat him in points and rebounds. So for me, I think as much as I respect Giannis, I like Giannis, but I don't think he was defensive player of the year. I don't think he was because he didn't even average a block a game. He didn't even average one block a game.
Well,
He didn't even.
oh, do you want
So
me to say something or?
yeah. You
Okay.
can.
Uh, I remember I read an article about when Giannis won it, and I think he pretty much won it because his team was like top defense, defensive win shares and defensive rating, and you know, defensive real slash plus minus. So all of the advanced statistics really said, "Hey, Giannis was a big impact of why his team was such a great defensive team." Because I'm with you. I think AD, in terms of what it used to be, would have won Defensive Player of the Year. More blocks, more steals. I think he's a better defender than Giannis because Giannis was unable to stay in front of Jimmy Butler today, as we saw, and wasn't great on the defensive end. And he's more of a help defender. You know, to me, Anthony Davis is far more of a guy who I can put in front of a guard. He can uh, stay in front much more easy than Giannis can. So I'm with you that I thought Anthony Davis should won Defensive Player of the Year. But I understand in the era of analytics today, the second level, third level analytics show that Giannis was a big part of why the Bucks had a top like five defense for the year. So I understand why they gave him that award, even though it should have been Anthony Davis.
So and then to piggyback off that, I got his stats. He averaged 29.5 points per game, 13 rebounds, one steal, and one block per game. So he actually averaged a block and a steal per game. And then you look at AD,
Yeah,
who averaged like what? He averaged 26. Let me see. He averaged like 26, like like under 10 rebounds, which is not like him. And he averaged 26.1 points, 2.3 blocks, 1.5 steals, and 9.3 rebounds per game. So which means he's a career 2.4 block per game blocker and 1.4 steals per game stealer. So that means he is consistent on the blocking and the stealing and steals. Giannis, he's up and down with his steals and block stats. He doesn't even have a game. He doesn't have a season where he averaged like 2 blocks per game. His highest was 1.9. Anthony Davis, he has a career high of 2.9 blocks per game. So I'm just saying by stats he should have been there. He should have been there, but that they don't do it no more. They do it differently by how you help the team defensively. I don't know how Anthony Davis didn't help. Well, then again, Yeah, I guess I can see it, but that's just my personal
Yeah,
point on.
yeah, I understand. Look, it's really just you know, do you help? Um, the second, third level analytics is such a big part of basketball today. There's everyone else who shoot more threes, everyone else who do this, do that. So I'm with you. I think Anthony Davis, in normal times, should have been the MVP. I'm sorry, the Defensive Player of the Year. While look, um, Giannis will be the MVP, but uh, things happen, and I think that's going to make AD work even more to become Defensive Player of the Year. But let's just be honest. Next year, if Anthony Davis does the same stuff he did, he'll win it this year because Giannis is going to impact himself with this. I really do think that if Giannis gets swept, he's not winning MVP, and he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year again because these
It's
award guys, these voters are impacted by how you play. And in the year when you get the third guy ever to win both the two most prestigious awards in the same year, I mean, it's just going to be hard to give him either of these awards going forward. Even if his team is the number one defensive team and all this, why should I give it to him? He did it last year, and his team got swept or whatever. So I think AD's going to get it one of these years quickly.
the game. I think game four they're finished. They're finished.
Yes, let's talk about that. They're going to be finished because they were up by like 13 to start the fourth, and they scored only 13 while
So
Miami scored 42. I mean,
uh,
it's a big thing.
1 5 minus. So they was up 87-75 at the start of the fourth quarter, and they scored 40 points to their 13. So I'm just trying to figure out y'all just couldn't play defense. That's it.
Can play
That's just,
defense to score.
you had you had like Brooke Lopez 22, Chris Middleton 18, Giannis 21. That's not enough from Giannis. Giannis needs to be the top scorer, and he
Look,
need. But you got Brooke
like
Lopez
you
out here
said,
the top scorer. I don't.
yeah,
You're not winning with Brooke Lopez being top scorer. The Heat will live with Brooke Lopez being the top scorer and win rather than
yeah,
Giannis.
yeah. I mean, look, it's very simple what we're saying here. Giannis, look at the numbers: 29.5 in the regular season, 30 point I think 3 against Orlando, 23.5 against the Heat. He can't in the playoffs. You're either supposed to be at your average or above your average. You're not supposed to dip. I know you're playing the best, but you're not supposed to dip. This team needs Giannis to shoot
I,
more.
I mean, I mean to put on that, I'll say around your average. I wouldn't say like up your average because
Well,
based on how you play, you can like let's say like Chris Middleton. He his first round his season stats may not be the same as his playoff stats because Chris Middleton he's an up and down player like LeBron or AD. Those guys should have over their average or around their average. So that's why I'm just like that may be true. What you're saying is true, but at the same time you gotta know about who you gotta be careful about who you're addressing that about because you never know. Like someone like George Hill. George Hill, you wouldn't think his stats are gonna go up with to compare his season average to his playoff average. So
yeah, I mean, my whole thing is that Giannis has to be at his average or above. Now, Chris Middleton, I think he was like 21. I mean, he can get that. Brooke Lopez has been above his average, I believe, throughout the series. I think he has 2 or 3 20-point games. But what I'm saying is that Giannis, James Harden tonight got 31 points. That's around his average.
oh,
LeBron's
Chris Middleton got 20.9, so he basically averaged like 21 points per game
okay.
this season.
So he's close, even though I think he can be at least at or more. If you look at Brook Lopez, I believe he's like maybe 15 per game. Um, and I know throughout these last 2 games, at least these two, I believe he's been over 20 in both. But Giannis is 6 points under. I mean, that's a little bit too much. Maybe you can be at 26, 27 points. But like Shaq said, the great Shaq, you're supposed to up your game in the playoffs. You know you're going to play, 35 plus minutes. You're going to play those minutes. You have to score what you score. And he's unable to because, as I have said before, he's the most overhyped, flawed superstar in the NBA today. He cannot lead your team when the game's close because he because he can't shoot. Now, if what they were doing today, which was working, was put him in the free throw line and have him kind of facilitate, have some movement around him. But eventually, Miami shut that down. And so once they shut that down, he became kind of, you know, useless, not really affecting the game. His last basket was that breakaway dunk to put them up 99-98. Didn't score again. Multiple turnovers, bad shots. He shot 7 threes because he was hurt. If he was a good shooter, then having that ankle injury wouldn't have been such a debilitating thing because it essentially made him useless. Look at this. 1/3 of his shots were threes and he made none. He had 16 rebounds. He had 9
But
assists.
before
I
you
mean,
finish that, he got Giannis's first round stats are 30.6 points per game. So
look at that. 30.6.
he basically led his team in points and rebounds because every game I'm seeing he has the most rebounds in the
Yeah,
entire for his
because
whole team.
Brooke Lopez is anemic to rebounding. That's just the truth of it. He doesn't like to rebound.
So if I get his rebound, so if I get his rebounding stats,
Yeah, he'll always get more rebounds because Brooke Lopez doesn't want to rebound the ball because he wants to shoot a bunch of threes. It's hilarious watching Brooke Lopez.
he averaged 16 rebounds that series.
Yeah, look, he's going to get his rebounds. He needs to score. You cannot be uh, a guy who can't do anything. When I look at Jimmy Butler had what today? Let me see here. He had 30 points.
He had I thought he had 29.
No, he had 30. I see 30 here.
Okay, he
He
had
had
30.
30 points, 7-13, 205 from 3, but the most important thing, 14 of 19 from the free throw line because he was aggressive, because he's not just a Euro stepping dude. Okay, that is what Giannis is. Giannis has made the Euro step his go-to move. The Euro step has brought Giannis to MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years and all this stuff. But it can't bring you the dubs, can't bring you the wins, can't bring you to a championship glory. Because at the end of the game, he becomes a passer. At least with LeBron, he's both. Giannis becomes a one-dumb, especially when you have enough players to defend him. Adebayo, Butler, Crowder, Iguodala, they can all give him trouble, and they did tonight. Look at Adebayo, 20 points, 16 rebounds, okay? He had the same amount of rebounds, and he scored his points as well, okay? 2 blocks and all that. Giannis was unable to get enough help, but was also unable to score his average. Okay, if Giannis scored 21 points per game throughout the season, and somebody did some crazy 82 game, you know, um, a simulation, I bet you that team wouldn't be that great. I bet you that team wouldn't be good. If he was averaging 23.5 during the season, his team wouldn't be number 1 in the East. I'm sorry. If he doesn't average 29 through this series, or tomorrow, if he does not get 29 points and is not, impacting the game and getting open shots for his team, they're going to lose, man. They're going to get swept. Miami smells blood, and they are going to end it on Sunday. Mark our words, they will end it.
Is it's like I said. It's like I said with the Western Conference playing game. Damian Lillard saw blood. He was not gonna let Memphis and take a game. He was not gonna let that happen because he's already got the late. He's trying to get to the Lakers in the first round. He's not trying to play back to back games. So it's like he smelled blood in the water and he capitalized on that situation. Now, same thing for the Miami Heat. This could be their chance to go back to the finals without no D Wade, no Chris Bosh, and no LeBron James. Imagine they went to the finals without them. You know how we do you not you know how crazy that would be? You see that team without none of them there? Bro. I'm just saying. That would be crazy to me. Like they are in the finals without none of those three there. since they left.
And Jimmy Butler is the one that leads them there as well. Um, Look, Jimmy Butler is showing us why uh, the 76ers tried to make him stay, and he said, I'm gone. Okay. Because at the end of the game, he decided to take over and do his thing. Bucket after bucket, big pass, making plays. He did that crazy pass against Giannis to Crowder for the three that basically iced the game because they didn't score again after that. Um, he just shows you why he's a top 15 player in the NBA. And if he leads his team to the finals, we're going to have to do our top 20 players. And he's going to move to number 10 because this is legacy changing shit. Okay. He is one game away from getting the Miami Heat, 4 games away from the NBA Finals. Jimmy Butler is about to get a team to the conference finals as the lead guy with an all-star in Bam
He,
Adebayo,
he
with the
was
rookie.
throwing. Oh, before you finish,
Oh,
he was throwing a max contract. He said, "Fuck that, I don't want it." Because
yeah,
why?
yeah,
He knew what it was with that team. He knew they wasn't gonna go nowhere. Look what happened. First rounded. Look what
yeah.
happened. That
Don't be
that would have
surprised.
been him too if he stayed. That would have been him if he had stayed there. Look what happened.
Yeah,
Went to a
don't be
different team.
surprised when he. I'm sorry. Don't be surprised if he go get a Joel Embiid because he wants Joel Embiid. I'm just saying. He wants Joel Embiid too. So don't be
I'm just
surprised.
saying, you got to bet. It's a better Hassan Whiteside. I'll say that he
Well,
can
yeah,
score. He
oh,
can score and rebound and defend. That's a better Hassan Whiteside, and he can shoot.
yeah.
That's a better
Oh,
Hassan
did you?
Whiteside right
Oh,
there.
I also saw that Montrezl Harrell got NBA Six Man of the Year.
Yeah, I was. I mean, well, it was because if Lou Williams got it again, like, come on, dude.
I would say
I'm
this.
I'm happy that he got it because it's somebody different. Because
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool that Lou Williams got more, but at the same time, it's like Montrezl Harrell has been a monster off the bench this whole season.
here's my thing. Why don't they ever look? Goran Dragic after this year is going to be a Six Man of the Year candidate next year. He just will.
I mean, but he's
Um,
a starter though.
well, he does. He really does. He didn't start all year really. He may have started that. This is a regular season award. He doesn't start during the regular season. If we look through the regular season, I believe he only had 4 starts, or whatever during the season. So he doesn't start during the season. He does start during the playoffs, which has no impact on that award. They would have given it to Montrezl Harrell if they made Montrezl Harrell the starter. The day the playoffs started, it would have changed anything. They already did their voting.
I mean, Goran Dragic. Let's say Goran Dragic could have won it because let's say there's 82 games and I don't know how what's that I don't know half of 82, like let's say like he plays 42 games as a starter and plays 40 games on the bench. It if he plays if he plays 42 games as a starter and 40 games on the bench, he can't win it because he played more games as a starter on the bench. But if he played 42 games as a bench on the bench and 40 games as a starter, he would be in the running for the award because he played more games on the bench and then less games as a starter. Because you can't award somebody that plays more starter games than being on the bench.
Yeah,
So
look, I still think that Gordon Dragic with this run will be a major player for the Six Man of the Year next year. But Montrezl deserves it. You're right, somebody different. He scored also like 19 per game, so roughly the same as Lou Williams. And I do think there's a little bit of um, you know, fatigue with giving to Lou Williams, just like how there's fatigue giving the MVP to any player more than twice. They're like Giannis will not get it again unless he averages like 40 and 20 for the entire year. Like that's what it will take. And
I do see that he was on the bench. Yeah, he did start played 59 games and only started 3 of them. So
yeah, Goran Dragic, right?
yeah, he only started 3 games this whole season.
Yeah, so he should have been in it. But during the regular season, I understand why he wasn't really in it because I don't think he had that awesome of stats, maybe 15 per game or so.
I mean, he had
Rather
like
than
16. He has 16.2 points,
yes.
5.1 assists, and 3.1 rebounds, shooting 44% from the field and 36% from the field, with 77% from the line, and
Yeah, so
not even a steal. He didn't even average a steal this season per game.
yes, you're right. And also the other three guys all were averaging like 19 per game or so.
Oh
Like
yeah, Dennis
Schroeder's like
Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. I wouldn't been mad if he won either. Shit,
yeah, I
he
mean,
played like an all star. Shit.
yeah, he did. I mean, he's averaging nearly 20 per game or whatever. Um Again, the awards are cool. I'm just really interested in the MVP award. For when Giannis is knocked out and sitting his ass at home. That's when I'm going to be happy. Because
I will say this: the key and most improved player. Shout out Brandon Ingram. He did
yeah,
deserve it, but I will have to say this: why the fuck is Luka there? That is that's unfair. And the fact he didn't win it, I'm not surprised. I'm I'm not surprised
uh,
anyway.
actually, if
The dude went from 21 points to 29 points. I mean, okay, that's
I don't
cool.
even know how he
What
didn't
about
win
Trey
it.
Young? What about Trey Young?
See, this is my problem. So you put Luca with Brandon Ingram. Luca gets his team to the playoffs. His team was in the playoffs before, but Brandon Ingram wins it.
That's
See, now that's a problem. That's a problem, actually.
Yeah, because like last year, the team wasn't Dallas wasn't even in the playoffs. Then he got
That's
his
what I'm
team back in
saying.
the playoffs and improved his stats. And now he took the Clippers to 6 games. He improved his stats. He got the team back in. He got the team in the playoffs, and he doesn't win it. But Brandon Ingram, who averaged 24 a game, got his first All Star selection, and his team wasn't even nowhere near close to getting in the playoffs, but he gets it though. Okay then, nice. If you put Luca there, you might as well put Trey Young there. Like, come on. I don't
Look, number one, could have given it to Jason Tatum, could have given it to Bam Adebayo, but they gave it to a guy. I don't even get this. Look at
They
this.
gave it to a guy who's not even in the playoffs.
Brandon Ingram +5, almost +6 points per game, plus 1.2 assists and rebounds. Bam Adebayo +7.3 points per game, almost a +3 assists and over +3 rebounds. But Tatum gained a +9 in points, under +1 for assist and a little bit over 1 rebound. Really should have been Bam. I don't even see Luca on this team if Luca was actually there. So I don't know who are these
Tell
people.
me, well, Luca, he averaged like 28 points,
Yeah,
eight assists,
I'm trying
9
to.
rebounds. But
Yeah, I was trying to see like where he was in voting because these people don't watch basketball. Then, like, the hell is this?
uh,
Come on, man, this is crazy.
I mean,
This
I
is
got
getting dumb.
Oh no, Brandon got the most first place votes and second place
It
and
was
most second
close.
place votes.
It was
He got
close.
42 first place votes and 35 second place votes and 11 third place votes. Bam Adebayo got 38 first, 30 second, and 15 third, and Luca got
I'm so.
12 first, 10 second, and 11 third.
I number one, either Bam or Luca should have won it. I would have put Luca +8. Everything was plussed up. His team brought the team from out of the playoffs into the playoffs in a tough West. I don't even know what these people are looking at. Brandon Ingram got that whole media spin and took it and won the most improved player. Nothing against him. He was truly impressive, but it should have been Bam. Really should have been Luca, but since it was like this for some reason, should have been Bam. Bam, All Star, better team in the playoffs, even more points average, more.
Because
It's
he
weird.
actually passed the ball.
Yeah, look, man, some of these awards don't make no damn sense. Number one, why is Luka even on this if you're not even going to give him the most improved
That's what I'm
player?
saying. Why is he there?
Why is he even there? Because He just lost his one chance. He's better than both these guys. He's the best player on this list. He's the best player on this list.
The second best is like Trey Young.
Um, the second best is Jason Tatum
Mm.
to me because Tatum is a star on Boston. Their team. Look, Trae Young is
I
great.
guess. Yeah, I guess that. I can
Trae Young
see
is great, but Trae Young is his team is like only 20 wins. I mean, I can only give him so much on this list. Lucas one, Bam two. I'm sorry, Bam three. Tatum two, Bam three. Ingram four. Well, actually, I'll put Pascal Siakam four, Brandon five.
bro.
Sorry,
J- Jason Tatum got 21 for third place votes. He got the most third place votes out of everybody.
Yeah. Oh, this list is stupid. That's why I get. That's why I don't care about half of these fucking things because it don't even make sense. Who the fuck says Luca is not the most approved player? It just don't make sense. Either way, let's move on. Man.
What else is there? The most valuable player. Well, we all know.
Oh, well, we
I
know
mean,
it's like I told you, it's Giannis and nobody. There's nobody else. He'll probably win. He'll be close unanimous this year. Um, I would laugh if he does become unanimous and they get swept. Like, oh my god, it'll be even worse for him. Like the unanimous MVP and he swept. Okay.
imagine being at your home and you got the MVP trophy and you're just mad.
I mean, that's what it's gonna be, and that's what I'm saying. They should have given him it when they won. Um, you know, the defense player of the year. And also, just to add this, I honestly, I rather just get all the awards done during the playoffs. I honestly like this better. I really do. I hate the NBA awards. Okay. I have to watch it because I'm a fan. I want to see who gets these awards. But I much rather prefer um Lou Williams and at the Clippers during the season, during one of the rounds, getting the six man of the year, getting the fans. Giannis getting defense player of the year and MVP at a Bucks game. You know, Brandon Ingram, if he was actually in the playoffs, getting at the Pelicans game, or Bam, or Luca. That's what I rather have than the stupid award show where everybody goes there for 3 hours, has some crap band doing some singing, and we all sit
Eating some
there and I was
trash
like,
food that nobody
yeah,
wants to eat.
look, man, that the NBA awards is dumb. And nobody asked for that thing. I don't even know why they did it. Well, it's whatever.
I personally liked it when the commissioner shows up to the players' home game and
Yeah, that's
does a
what I'm
little
saying.
speech and then gives them their award.
Yeah, rather than this nonsense. But it is what it is. Yes, MVP, Giannis, no doubt. He will be the MVP. Um, he deserves it for his regular season statistics that obviously are indicative of the regular season and not indicative of future postseason success. So, ah,
The Denver Nuggets got their ass beat.
well, the Denver Nuggets were tired as hell.
They were dead. They
Now,
were dead anyway. Shit.
I will say this: the Houston Rockets are up by 12 with 9:19 left in this game. So, is Anthony Davis and LeBron going to do more than shoot 12 and 14 shots? Who knows? But I digress. Um, yeah. Look, the Nuggets. What do we
It's
expect?
only game one. It's only game
Yeah,
one. So
game one, yeah. But
God, they losing by 12.
yeah.
Man,
I mean, you got Gordon with 21, Harden with 31, Westbrook with 17. Covington, Tucker getting all the peripherals, all the steals and rebounds and assists if they do get assists. LeBron only has 20 points, only has 19 points with Anthony Davis. So I don't know. It's interesting. All right. Yeah. I don't know.
it's the game. I'm trying to still watch the game high key.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, we're pretty much done. We're done.
I mean, okay. So, anyways, let's close it out. You know, this has been another episode of the APF Podcast, episode 73. It is I, the most phenomenal man that shocked the system, aka the coach, signing out.
And it's your boy going forward. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, enjoy the rest of your night, and we're gonna go watch this game. So we are out.
Deuces, bitch. Ah!